minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to get right to it. My son served in the Marine Corps for 8 years. I spent the weekend with Marines and Gold Star families. There's nothing worse than having someone show up at your door to tell you that your son or daughter was killed in action. I know you know that. I just want to say to some of our colleagues on this call who don't understand the anger and the anguish that many feel, referring to this as histrionics and by this side, I feel the pain of these people. I spent the weekend with them. I've been with my Gold Star families for many, many years. And I know you understand that, but my question to you is that I want to reference back to something that Representative Issa had referred to. He referred to communications that our American citizens and others had received that said, make contingency plans to leave when it is safe, to do so that do not rely on the U.S. government for assistance. Notify a trusted person of your travel and movement plans. This communication was given by the State Department to U.S. citizens along with legal permanent residents and SIV applicants and holders. My question is, can you tell us that these people who, and I appreciate those who've been able to get out successfully, who have not been assisted, who are there in harm's way, will you give us a commitment that our American citizens and our legal permanent residents and others will get out safely?
Absolutely, but just to clarify, and again, I invited Congressman Issa to share that with me. Here's my understanding. Starting in March, we issued 19 separate.
Let me just.
No, but it's important. It's important. I don't want to take your time. It's important to clarify this if I could. No. Yeah, no. So here's just to be clear, and I believe this is what this refers to, but if it's not, we'll take that up.
The question is, can you just make the assurance that these people will be out safely? Because I now have an American citizen, family of 7. A 2-year-old is an American citizen, and they're still stranded in Afghanistan. They were told by the State Department in a letter, only one parent can accompany the family home, or this 2-year-old home, which means the other 5 are going to be left in Afghanistan. I want your assurance that all of that family will be kept intact and be brought home and will not be separated at the Afghan border.
First of all, Congresswoman, we are committed to bringing in any remaining. I'd be happy to address the question if I could, please. We are committed to bringing any remaining American citizens in Afghanistan out who wish to leave, and we're working on that every single day under the law.
This is the question, though. We have an American citizen who has 6 family members who are legal permanent residents. We were told by the State Department only one gets to accompany the American citizen. These aren't people that don't want to leave Afghanistan. These are people that aren't going to abandon their children. So I just want to be sure that they'll come out. Let me move to
let me be clear. Could I please answer the question? Because it's an important one and it deserves
I just want a yes or no answer. It's really simple because you're taking up my time and I have a couple issues I want to get to.
I'm really happy to address because you raise a very important question. Just to be very clear, any American citizen, their spouse, and their minor children, we are committed to bringing out. That's what the law provides under the Immigration and Naturalization Act. It's also what the other laws provide for. If we want to be more expansive than that, we invite Congress to change the law.
Quick question. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mr. Secretary, would you agree that it would have been safer to evacuate these people had the U.S. and allied troops remained in Afghanistan?
Had we remained in Afghanistan?
No, the question is, do you think it would have been safer to evacuate?
No. I highly doubt that, because had we remained in Afghanistan beyond May 1st, we would have been back at war with the Taliban not only firing on our forces, but also assaulting the cities.
Would it have been safer if U.S. service members, allied troops were in Afghanistan while we were evacuating these people? Do you agree that it would have been safer?
I'm sorry, I apologize. I missed the last part of your question. Could you repeat it, please?
Yeah, I said, do you agree that it would have been safer to evacuate the people that I described, American citizens, green card holders and other, had we kept the U.S. troops and allied troops there first and evacuated them later?
Oh, I see. If the Defense Department, the government as a whole, engaged in the drawdown from Afghanistan. But the single most important factor was the collapse of the Afghan security forces and the Afghan government in 11 days. That's what radically changed the situation.